For thousands of years, humanity looked to the skies with one burning question. What if we could fly? From the myth of Icarus to Leonardo da Vinci's flying machines, the dream refused to die. But it wasn't until two quiet bicycle mechanics from Ohio dared to challenge the impossible, that the world would change forever. This is the story of Wilbur and Orville Wright, and how they gave humanity wings. Long before the Wright brothers, the idea of flight fascinated inventors, philosophers, and dreamers. In ancient Greece, the myth of Icarus warned of flying too close to the sun. Yet even in myth, the desire to soar was undeniable. By the 15th century, Leonardo da Vinci sketched intricate flying machines inspired by birds. His designs were visionary, but impossible with the technology of his time. Fast forward to the 19th century, progress had begun. Sir George Cayley, often called the father of aerodynamics, discovered the basic principles of lift and drag. Otto Lilienthal, a German pioneer, built gliders and made over 2,000 flights before his tragic death in 1896. But despite these efforts, one critical problem remained unsolved. Control. Many could build machines that lifted, but none could truly steer them. And that's where the Wright brothers would succeed where others failed. Wilbur Wright, born in 1867, and Orville Wright, born in 1871, were not wealthy scientists. They had no formal engineering degrees. They were bicycle mechanics. But what they lacked in formal education, they made up for in curiosity, discipline, and relentless determination. Their fascination with flight began with a simple toy, a small rubber band-powered helicopter their father brought home. That toy sparked a lifelong obsession. Years later, after reading about Otto Lilienthal's work, they became convinced. Flight was possible, but only if control could be mastered. While others focused on building powerful engines, the Wright brothers focused on something far more important. Balance and control. They studied how birds flew, especially how they tilted their wings to maintain balance. This observation led to their revolutionary idea. Wing warping. By twisting the wings of their aircraft, they could control roll. The side-to-side motion of the plane. This was the missing piece. They didn't just want to fly. They wanted to control flight. The Wright brothers didn't jump straight to powered flight. They experimented, relentlessly. They built their own wind tunnel in 1901 to test over 200 wing designs. This allowed them to gather accurate data, something earlier pioneers lacked. They chose Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, for testing because of its strong winds and soft sand for landing. Between 1900 and 1902, they tested multiple gliders. Many failed. Some crashed. But each failure brought them closer. By 1902, they had developed a fully controllable glider using wing warping, roll control, a movable rudder, yaw control, a forward elevator, pitch control. For the first time in history, a human could truly control an aircraft in flight. December 17, 1903. A cold, windy morning at Kitty Hawk. The brothers rolled out their creation, the Wright Flyer. It wasn't glamorous. It was made of wood, fabric, and a lightweight engine they built themselves. At 10:35 a.m. Orville Wright lay on the wing. The engine roared, and the machine lifted off. 12 seconds. 120 feet. It may not sound like much. But it was the first powered, controlled, sustained flight in human history. They made 4 flights that day. The longest, by Wilbur, lasted 59 seconds. Humanity had finally conquered the skies. The Wright Flyer was a marvel of simplicity and innovation. Engine, a lightweight gasoline engine producing 12 horsepower. Propellers, 2 wooden propellers powered by bicycle chains. Structure. Spruce wood and muslin fabric. Control system, wing warping, rudder, and elevator. Unlike modern planes, the pilot lay flat to reduce drag. Every detail was carefully engineered, based on data, not guesswork. Surprisingly, the world didn't immediately believe them. Many newspapers ignored or doubted their achievement. But in 1908, the Wright brothers demonstrated their aircraft publicly in Europe and the United States. This time, the world watched in awe. They had not just invented an airplane. They had opened a new era of human transportation. After the Wright brothers' breakthrough, aviation advanced rapidly. 1. World War I, 1914 to 1918. Planes were improved for military use. Faster engines. Mounted weapons. Stronger frames. 2. Between the wars. Commercial aviation began. Passenger planes introduced. Improved navigation systems. Metal aircraft replaced wood. 3. World War II, 1939 to 1945. Major advancements. Radar technology. Pressurized cabins. More powerful engines. 4. The jet age, 1950s onward. The invention of jet engines revolutionized travel. Faster speeds. Higher altitudes. Global travel became possible. Aircraft like the Boeing 707 changed commercial aviation forever. Today's airplanes are incredibly advanced. Modern aircraft feature jet engines capable of crossing continents in hours. Fly-by-wire systems controlled by computers. Advanced aerodynamics for efficiency. Composite materials for strength and lightweight design. Planes like the Boeing 787 Dreamliner and Airbus A350 are quieter, safer, and more fuel-efficient than ever before. The story of flight is far from over. The future includes electric airplanes to reduce pollution. Autonomous flight systems. Supersonic travel revival. Even space tourism. From a 12-second flight, to crossing oceans in hours. The journey continues. 2 brothers. No formal training. Just curiosity, and determination. The Wright brothers didn't just invent a machine. They proved that even the impossible can become reality. The next time you look up at the sky, remember. Every plane you see exists because 2 men refused to stop asking.